ladies and gentlemen, or rather afternoon. It's a great pleasure for me and honor to be here today and see so many important players that are gathered at our event. So thank you for coming, for your time. The word organic food was coined first by Lord Northburn, who was a Nobel English philosopher and sportsman. The term is used in his book, Look at the Land, in which had put forth suggestions for a healthy approach to ecologically balanced farming. However, the practice of organic farming and eating has been prevalent from the time agriculture was first conceived. Farming practices used before the 1900s are classed in retrospective as organic. It was only after this that added chemicals such as urea or DDT, as you know, aware, were brought into farming. Previous to this, farmers didn't know about another way of actually farming, and they just acted as they were. It was only in 40s and 50s and 60s that the natural way of growing crops started becoming unpopular and economically less feasible. More crop yields meant higher profits to the farmer and better utilization of the land. At times when only one crop was grown per season or year, the farmers who used fertilizers started growing two crops during the same time period. So why are you here today to discuss this technologically inferior and economically less attractive method? No, because it's no longer the case. More and more people are concerned with the health consequences of industrialized farming and are willing to pay a premium for healthy food. Economically, the notion that you get two crops instead of one is a short-sighted game. Many experts claim that if you look at the many years of farming the same ground, an organically farmed field will generate more sustainable crops. Conventional food products have become commodities for supermarket chains and their margins are squeezed. And look what is happening today to the milk producers or olive oil producers and with their margins these days. A diversified product is not a commodity and has more chance to negotiate the price at its worst. These trends are reconfirmed by solid statistics that all show that organic food is on the rise, and it is despite the economic crisis today. Let me just give you some nuggets. While organic food accounts for only 1 or 2% of total food sales worldwide, the organic food market is growing rapidly, far ahead of the rest of agricultural food and industry, in both developed and developing nations. World organic food sales jumped from, for example, 23 billion in 2002 to 52 billion in 2008. I'm also very proud that this forum happens in Romania, where the organic sales account for about 1% of overall beverages and food. And that's according to the Ministry of Agriculture statistics, but growth is steady with equally little impact on the sector from the economic crisis. Organic food sales increased 15 to 20-fold in the first 6 months of 2008 compared to the same period last year, according to the one supermarket chain in Romania. I can trace my own inspiration for organic food back from my time in Russia when I was a small child, and when I was eating actual vegetables from my grandmother's garden or had milk from the neighbor of my grandmother. And I think this is where my love from the organic food comes from. I think we all want to eat the sort of food that we can call this 4-letter word, real. Ladies and gentlemen, today we will be discussing a very exciting subject and the subject of the future. It is therefore my utmost pleasure and privilege to extend a warm welcome to this first Romania Organic Forum, which is the first event of such kind in Romania and also in Southeast Europe. This year, ITC is very pleased to co-organize this event with Bio-Romania, with the Ministry of SMEs and Trade, and EcoConnect from Germany. And of course, I would like to thank all other sponsors and supporters, as well as associated partners such as National Association for Consumer Protection, the Ministry of Agriculture, who all contributed to this important event. Let me first also say, not first, but let me say a few words about my organization that I represent here today, the International Trade Center. ITC is a joint technical cooperation agency which belongs to the United Nations and the World Trade Organization. We are based in Geneva in Switzerland. ITC has a mandate for supporting the export development of small businesses in developing transition economies. We are the practical practical guides to translate the WTO agreements into hands-on advice for small and medium-sized enterprises in transition and emerging countries. We believe that trade improves livelihood, hence our credit export impact for good, which means that we design our interventions to achieve sustainable economic and social benefits from exports. Over nearly 20 years, ITC has enjoyed a close and fruitful collaboration with the government of Romania and the Romanian business community. From wood products to information technology, fashion, garments, ITC, working closely with Romanian partners, has helped prepare a range of key sectors for greater international export success. Organic agriculture has been the focus of our work for the last 4 years. Our contributions aimed at raising international competitiveness of this sector, as well as enhancing the local capacity to produce the value-added products. So let me give you just some examples of what we did during these 4 years. Together with the National Federation for Ecological Agriculture, we trained organic producers, as well as trade support institutions and associations, academia on quality management and packaging in Tulcea. Together with the Ministry of Agriculture, we conducted a congress on best practices in organic agriculture in Cluj. Together with the National Agency for Agriculture Consultancy, AMCA, we trained agriculture consultants on establishing and monitoring organic farming cooperatives in Slobozia, as well as organic producers and processors on organic business management and organic food processing and marketing in Călăraș. We conducted 2 media events, also jointly with AMCA, and one with Bio-Romania, on the role of making and promoting the organic sector, which is very important. This forum stems from the long-standing partnership with Romania and contributes to further developing Romania's organic agriculture, which is priority of the country's national export strategy, and I'm sure that Mr. Lian will speak about it later. So, ladies and gentlemen, today and tomorrow, together with our partners and speakers, ITC is creating a place for exchanging ideas and experiences on the subject of organic agriculture. Organic food is the real thing in an increasingly unreal world, and perhaps offers the path to rediscover our roots, which we increasingly seem to crave. I do hope that this event will result in the development of new contexts and ideas which can be translated into real opportunities for the organic businesses. Thank you, and I wish you a good time, and I hope you will enjoy our event.